There we go. All right, members of the culture. I'm Ra. You are here. Welcome to Catch the Fade podcast, the greatest podcast that nobody knows about yet. I'm your host, Great Ra. As always, welcome. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy day to listen to a bald man on the internet. You could be doing anything else, but you're here with me, so I'm much appreciative of that. Shout out to all of our contributing channels, brother sister channels out there. That would be obviously my man Clever's Multiverse, Anthony's Customs, and big shout out to my main man. Ooh, what's up, collective fam? My main man Tony the Toy Rat. Definitely giving him a big shout out there, man. Go support these channels, especially my man Tony the Toy Rat out here doing big things. Today, ladies and gentlemen, what we gonna catch a fade about? Because I know y'all can't wait, right? That's why we're here. Well, we're gonna catch a fade about a few things. We're gonna talk about November to Remember. That's something you've been hearing me talk about. So, November to Remember is definitely something we're gonna talk about. My main man, Jorge Cuevo, always tells me to never ever forget to include scalpers. So we're gonna make sure we touch a little bit on scalpers. We're gonna talk about the Hasbro pay to order or made to order model, however you want to view it. I guess made to order sounds better. The made to order model that they are employing currently with their non-HasLab HasLabs. Okay. But with all that said, man, as I always say in every video, Lego. All right, so we're officially on the clock. Let's get this party started. First up, we're going to talk about the scalpers. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear. I've stated this before. When it comes to resellers and it comes to scalpers, I'm very simple on where I'm at. A reseller is someone that might be buying product to sell it or has it of their own volition, just in their collection to sell it. Make some extra change on the side. I have no issue with them. The secondary market is what I consider resellers. eBay, Mercari, whatnot, offer up all those places, right? Marketplace. Resellers, it could be scalpers there too, but that's who I refer to as resellers. Scalpers would be, you know who you are. You dudes that's attacking these targets right now and Costco's and Walmart's and are destroying Pokemon displays. Y'all scalpers. I'm not you guys. Look, make your money, but as I've always said, conduct yourselves as adults, and that's the problem. The ones of you that don't conduct yourselves as adults, that pushing and shoving when it's telling you what a limit is, and you're taking 10 times of that, or you're bringing your whole family. Excuse me, bringing your whole family up to Target to buy Pokemon cards when you know good and doggone well your grandmother and grandfather don't even know what they're doing. Those of you that are doing that nonsense, yes, y'all need to chill out. Okay, scalpers. Those of you that are trying to buy every action figure, every 2 pack, so the rest of us can't get them, and then you want to sell 3 times the amount, so 2 packs of $60, and you got them on eBay talking about great deal, 190. Yeah, you guys, yeah, y'all need to chill out. Okay, so that's my stance on it. Resellers, it happens. Scalpers, get them out of here. So I want to make sure I'm clear on that. And as far as their behavior, that's what I keep preaching. Please, ladies and gentlemen, conduct yourselves as adults. Whether you're excuse me, whether you're a reseller or a scalper, either way, conduct yourself accordingly. All right, act like adults. Stop shaming this hobby and giving those of us that are out here that collect for the right reasons a bad name because we don't behave like y'all. So let's do that. Okay. Next up, what are we going to talk about? Certainly, I hope you've been on the channel and have looked at the reviews. We've talked about these absolutely beastly final boss figures, actually in boss, from Battletoads that are from Premium DNA Collectibles. Review on the channel. Please go look at it. Definitely awesome. Okay, these are some great figures to have. Couldn't recommend them any higher. For those of you that want something more of a premium experience, definitely check out Premium DNA Collectibles. They got the whole Battletoads line on there, and it is freaking amazing. I'm gonna turn this camera a little bit. So, next thing we're gonna talk about, I guess since I just put him in the camera, Dragon Man. I think there's a review up on the channel. I'm not 100% sure. I think there is. If it has not uploaded, it will be up there. And if you're wanting to know this Dragon Man a pass or a fail, Dragon Man is absolutely a pass, 100%. They did not fail. Hasbro did deliver us a good figure, a holy grail to a lot of people, myself included. It was one that I wanted, and Dragon Man definitely passes the test. And that is just, look at that. Look at that cranium right there. And he's bald. I mean, that is an amazing, amazing figure right there. King. Look, he could just be at a gargoyles meeting like, what we doing today? What we doing today, Goliath? Yes, Dragon Man's an absolutely amazing figure. And like I said, check the channel. The review should be up. If it's not, it will be up by today. I mean, you never know. Sometimes there's technical difficulties, but it should be up. Also, be talking about my girl, Fantastic Four, She-Hulk. Really cool, coming with all those accessories, the barbells, the head sculpt, extra head sculpt with the ponytail. This is really cool. I think this was like a re-release because it was out before, but definitely hard to come by, but definitely worth it. So look for the reviews of them on the channel. Now, what will be coming are reviews of two new things that are here. If you've looked on the channel, then I'm sure, oh, once you do it, whew, see, them end bosses, man, they'll take a tumble on you. You got to watch them because they're so big. That's what she said. I'm legally required to say that, so I don't want y'all to think I'm just recycling that joke. I'm required to tell y'all that. Queen G22. Shout out to Queen G22. She said that I'm required to make that joke and to tell y'all that's what she said. So that's why I made the joke. Anyway, what else do I have on the channel here to talk about? Two new figures. So let me grab a hold of them for you. Take these out. You'll still be able to hear me. I just won't be able to hear you, but we'll rectify that in a second. If you've been paying attention, there's a war right now between Jada Toys and Storm Collectibles, and we as collectors are winning that war 100%. Okay, because we're winning because we get the awesome ass figures that they're putting out. With that in mind, I got today. These are hot off the press. This is the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter Alpha 3 Ken. Absolutely a badass figure. 100%. Storm never disappoints. They definitely are always kicking ass when it comes to their figures, and this Ken is no exception. I think that is awesome. Comes with another head sculpt and some few accessories. Flaming fist effect there, as well as his peace sign. Another hand. Like this is just, I don't know if you can see the detail on that. Folks, this is a work of art right here. Storm Collectibles outdid themselves. And also priced at Jada's point of around $30. So they are definitely aiming for that. Can't wait to see other figures that come in. It's gonna be fantastic. But that's uh, Storm Collectibles, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Ken. Totally a badass figure from a badass company. In Jada Toys. You know what? I'm sorry, in Storm Collectibles. They 110% know what they're doing. Those of you that collected the figures know what I'm talking about. That came in along today, along with boom, Jada Toys, Street Fighter, Vega. Look at that, man. Look at that. The mask, the hair. I mean, even boom, in case you were wondering. That's right, the penny loafers. He's rocking them loafers, baby. Got a cloth sash on him right here. Actual cloth. I mean, that is badass too. I mean, that is a great figure. Um, I mean, for under 30 bucks and under, man, you really just can't do uh, much better than this, in my opinion. Them and Storm are not playing any games right now. The war is heating up, and I can't wait to see what else we get coming out. But there'll be reviews on this figure and the Ken within the week. So you'll have to, like I said, just give me give us here about a week. And next week, those reviews should be up on the channel. You'll have reviews of the Street Fighter Alpha 3 Ken from Storm Collectibles, and you will have a review of the Jada Toys Vega. Both of those will be on the channel next week, so be on the lookout for that. And as far as this week, keep your eyes out for Dragon Man and the Fantastic Four She-Hulk this week. Folks, it's a good time to be a collector. As I said, a lot of good stuff coming out. That leads me into the next thing, which would be our November to remember. And why do I say that? Because in November, by that point, those of you, I would imagine you will have got a chance to get your hands on it, because I think it's October for the Sentinels, but the Hasbro Pulse Sentinels, which were part of the made to order program, along with the aforementioned Dragon Man and the upcoming Mephisto. But the Sentinels will be there. You've got the last of all of Capcom's Game Reverse figures from the Marvel vs. Capcom line. So you'll see Juggernaut, Shumagorath, or whatever his Gigantor, whatever his name is now, but it's Shumagorath. You know who I'm talking about. But he'll be there as of the time of this recording. I know that the War Machine, and Omega Red 2 packs are hitting the Walmart. Captain America and Venom. By November, all of that stuff will be out. Still with Samurai, Wolverine. Um, all that stuff should be out by that point. X-Men 97 Cable, those figures from X-Men 97 should be hitting. Excuse me. There'll be a lot of good stuff that's going to be out in November. So it's a great time to be a collector, bad time to be a wallet. That's about the best way I can describe it to you. November is going to be awesome. December is going to be pretty bad too. They've got some more stuff coming out there too. I think that's when the Storm Collectibles Bison will be here. Um, you'll see the Dan, which I think maybe the Dan from Storm Collectibles is next year, but Ryu will be out by that point. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, and the Jada Storm War is, just like I said, just starting on the post I've mentioned, because it's true. So they'll be starting. Um, the Capcom figures will just be there. I mean, it's a lot. November is going to be an incredible month. December, like, just a good time to be a collector. That's just my honest opinion to you. Bad time to be a wallet. I said it before, and I'll say it again. If you hadn't been saving your money up until this point, you're going to do a lot of crying. So get yourself a crying towel and a pillow you don't care about, because you're going to do a lot of crying into that pillow. Now, that makes me pivot into one more thing. I want to talk about the whole made to order thing, since I mentioned Sentinels. By now, I think Mephisto's in until the 23rd or something like that of this month. He had about not quite a month window to get him. Folks, if you want these figures, you have a year almost to pay for them. You don't have to pay for anything now. You're just you're just pre-ordering them without having to pay. So this is like a HasLab, but not a HasLab, because they're not collecting a whole bunch of crowdfunded money up front that they don't need, in my opinion, to produce a figure. You have an opportunity. So when people tell me about, oh, they're scalping Dragon Man, I get what you're saying. I do. But here's my thing about that. If that's the case, then they're going to scalp these Sentinels. They're going to scalp Mephisto. But the people that are doing this, understand something. I was having this conversation with my man Tony the Toy Rat earlier. It's kind of hard to say that scalpers are going out and taking over something that regular people have access to. Sure, can you go buy 30? No, probably can't. But can any regular person go out and get one? Because the gripe is that regular people can't get one. Well, you can pre-order it and not have to pay anything and get your figure. So if Hasbro's doing that, then that means the opportunity is afforded to me, regular guy. The opportunity is afforded to you, regular guy or girl. Opportunity is afforded to, unfortunately, a scalper has the opportunity to. So take advantage of it, because here's my thing. We can't complain about scalpers taking over something that everybody has access to. That's just my take on it. I'm more in favor of the way Hasbro's doing it now than the HasLab model, because you can have a year to get your funds up to pay for however many you pre-order, and it doesn't stop the scalpers don't take it over. So take advantage of that time, folks. If you've got it and this is what you want before, because I know the Sentinels already happened and closed, right? You can't do anything about that part. But before that happens, before Mephisto closes, which is the 23rd, somewhere between 23rd and 26th, before he closes, if that's something you want, go to Hasbro Pulse, order Mephisto, do it now, so that way you don't have to find yourself a year from now going, oh, I'm so sick of these scalpers. Oh, they bought 3 or 4. I can't get one. I get it. It sucks, but here's your opportunity. This really is designed so that everybody can take advantage of it, and it's supposed to negate scalping. It won't negate them from selling them or owning a bunch of them. But if you don't take advantage, then yeah, you're putting the ball in there. Okay, so put the ball in your court. Order the figure. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I get off my soapbox. As far as the Hasbro made to order model, I'm a fan of it. That's just my take on it. Now, another thing we're going to talk about, it might not have been listed in the description, movie fatigue. When it comes to these superhero movies, I'm not against Fantastic Four. I'm not against, because obviously I'm a Galactus fan. You guys know that. I'm not against Superman either. Okay. What I will say about that is this: you can do too much of a good thing. I've said this before. I happen to love pizza. Lots of people do. Pizza's good, but should you eat pizza every single day? No, you shouldn't. There is such a thing as too much. I love Krispy Kreme donuts. You can kind of tell that, right? But that's a bad thing. You can do too much of anything. Moderation is the key to anything in life. You can overdo, or as people say nowadays, doing too much. You can do too much with anything. So try to make sure when you're doing something that you're in moderation of it, right? That's my 100% advice to you. Just don't do too much. Moderation is key. I'm saying that because I think the key now with Disney is that they're making less. I mean, we had Endgame and we had that phase, and they did so awesome with all of these figures that were out and all of this like figures because Hasbro right was doing the figures, but we had all this content, so many streaming shows, so many movies, too much, right? And don't get me wrong, they had some quality stuff in there, but when you have so much content out, you're bound to have something that doesn't resonate or connect with somebody. If you're putting out a lot of it, then you're bound to have there's a chance that you may have a good portion of that not connect with an audience. So it may not do well. And it may be good, it may be good content. Not all content is good content, but it could be. But your problem is you're oversaturating the market, and that's where you have an issue, right? So I think Disney has learned from that and has scaled back. So now instead of them saying, "Hey, let's drop 6 movies a year and 4 streaming shows," they might say, "Hey, let's just do 2 streaming shows. Let's drop maybe 2 or 3 movies within a year." I think that model works better, at least for the time being. It's too that's just not superhero fatigue. That's just fatigue from too much. So I don't think it's like people saying, "Hey, I'm tired of Marvel." I mean, there might be a contingency of people that do feel that way. So for those of you that feel that way, hey, I understand. But for the majority of people, at least people I've talked to, it's not so much superhero fatigue. It's just too much content. And it's like, I can't get around to watching this because I still have to work, still have to take care of kids, still got to go to school, still got to do my regular things in life. But I can't do that and watch all of this content. It's too much. So, and then if you get too much and it's not good, then that's double bad, if that's a good phrase, right? So I think they've learned to kind of slow it down. And if they slow it down, I believe they'll have better results, in my opinion, because you're getting, I don't know, dessert rather than a whole meal, if that's a good analogy, right? I'd like a piece of cake, a slice of cheesecake, not the whole thing. So moderation again. And I think Disney will. I think they've learned from it. And I think they will do well. So when you see these, oh man, there's a drop off at the box office. Of course there is. There's going to be. That's going to happen with anything. But these are both good movies, so please go see Superman. Please go see Fantastic Four. Don't listen to the doom and gloom. It's all over. No, 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 it's not. Both of these are multi-million-dollar companies that have good creative visionaries at their heads that I think will make the right decisions for their respective fan bases, which they share, to be honest. In some cases, I'm one that likes both, so they share. In my experience, they share. So No, no fatigue, just moderation. Go enjoy the movies. I don't think it's not doom and gloom. Don't panic and say, "Oh man, Marvel and DC, they don't know what they've lost touch." No, when Peacemaker season 2 hits, everything will be all right with the world again. I'm sure they're going to come back and it's going to be just as good as the first season, if not better. So, and then all this doom and gloom stuff will probably go away. But I do think, if I'm being honest, the days of them, now, as I say this, Lilo and Stitch did $1 billion, but outside of that, the days of them just every Marvel movie they put out just being gold and doing $1 billion, I think those days are over. Same for DC; those days are probably over. You're gonna have some that do it. You're gonna have some that don't, but I don't think necessarily making $1 billion means it was a great movie. As long as they return their investment. I mean, if I put out something that was $200 billion and I made $600 million back, I did 3 times what the movie cost. So I think I've made a profit. I don't know if you have to break $1 billion to make that profit. I wouldn't think so, but I'm not a movie exec. I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I don't claim to know all that. But I just think that the days of everything doing $1 billion are just far and few between. I think it will obviously happen, but not as frequently as at one time as it did happen back when Marvel was in their heyday. Same for DC. Okay, so that's my spin on that. Now, I want to cover something else that was very, very important to me that someone asked me to cover, right? When it comes to collecting, folks, do not, and I'm speaking to really the men in the audience, but everybody, but particularly the men, um, do not be afraid to let the world know that you collect. Now, you can let them in on some things. I mean, you don't have to show them your entire collection, but one of the people I was talking to was just kind of like, I don't know, man. I read in the poll, somewhere that it's an unattractive male hobby and that women don't like it. And I was like, so what are you gonna do? You gonna hide it? I mean, if it's who you are, then it's who you are. It's a part of you. You like collecting, then you keep collecting. You don't stop collecting because you're trying to attract a mate. I mean, I don't think that's if that's who you are. Then if by going in and saying I'm not going to collect anymore, when you know that you want to, and you're gonna find a way to hide it, you're being disingenuous. One to yourself and two to that potential person. So don't do that, man. If you're collecting, collect. Be proud of it, man. You'll find somebody out there for you that will accept that hobby and will accept that part of you, and in some cases not just accept it, but will actually participate in it. Will go to cons with you and cosplay, or will help you find holy grail pieces or whatever. Find you a partner that invests in you and enjoys you. That's who you need. If you're not doing it for that reason, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Collecting is a culture, it's a movement, it's to be enjoyed by all of us. If you have to, like, hide or suppress that part of who you are, it makes me wonder, why are you doing it? Why are you collecting? Why are you hiding it? Who are you really? Who are you? Are you a collector or are you not a collector? Don't be fake. Okay, that's one thing I can't do. If I'm a collector, I'm a collector. And if that's something that helped me in my particular case, in my mental health journey, it helped me a whole lot. It helped me found this channel and get me on the path I'm on right now. And if the potential mate that I would choose isn't good with that, that doesn't align with their interest and align with them, then that's fine. That person's not for me. And it's okay. I'm okay saying that. You have to be okay saying that and accepting that too. You have to be who I say it all the time. Be who you are. Be yourself, because everyone else is taken. All right. You were already born to be this person. So you've already got the job. You can't quit and walk away from it. That's the one job you can't quit, is being yourself. Okay. Because that's who you are. So be yourself, man. And as Uncle Vespa once said, if people don't like you and you're being yourself, F them. F them up against the wall with crazy glue on their lips, handcuffs on. You know what I mean. That's some valuable piece of advice from Uncle Vesta there, and it's true. If you're legitimately don't not be yourself. Okay, don't suppress being yourself. Live your truth. Live out loud. Be you, man. You got one life out here to live. Nobody else can do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. So please take my advice on that. Okay, that's a very serious message. And if something, also when it comes to mental health, if something's bothering you, make sure you can seek help. And it's okay to cry about it. Let it out. It doesn't make you any less of a man or any less of a woman to let that out. Okay, so especially men, because we're taught to be strong. and to hold our feelings in. Well, man, hey, look, if you gotta let it out because it's better that you cry it out than snap. Okay, because I've seen things go sideways when people don't let things out. It is all right, man. Take care of you. Be yourself. Take care of you. Pour into your cup before you pour into anyone else's. That's the best advice that I can really honestly give you in terms of that. Okay, take that message to heart. That's from a bald guy on the internet talking to you about toys. Take that message to heart. I'm so serious when I say that, man. Always take care of you. Part of my hashtag stay great is taking care of yourself. You got to do that, folks, every time. Very, very important. Now, I've got some surprises coming up, but I'm not about to reveal them. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut so I don't spoil nothing. Just know that there's some big things in the works here at this channel, going on right now as I'm talking to you, and in the future. You just stay tuned. I always say that. Please stay tuned because we got some things that we're working on, and God willing, they're gonna come to fruition, and we can't wait to share them with you. When they come out, I want everybody. These things happen. I want to be live, looking right into this camera right at you, the viewing audience, all my subscribers and followers. Thank you again. But I want to be looking live at y'all and telling y'all to your faces, hey man, this is what we got going on. Let's share it live here and in living color with you. See, like right now I'm live and man, I got notifications. What's this? Oh man, okay. Live and direct, man. This is crazy. Can I reveal this on the air? I guess this is live at a GameStop, but there's figures out here, man. Look at that. Boom. Cool, man. That's the Wonder Woman. Kind of hard to find. I don't know if you can see that, but that's Wonder Woman. Apparently, she is. That's Page Puncher's Wonder Woman. She is out there. I think this is Troika Batman. Batman Troika. Yeah, clearly that's a GameStop. Batman Troika. That's available. And another one of those Azrael Batmans. That's available too. So check your local GameStops. This is live news right here. Breaking news, like my banner says. Breaking news right here. Always on the channel, we give y'all breaking news, man. We don't play no games out here. We always give y'all the news. So as I said, folks, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Take everything we said seriously. We like to have fun, we joke around, but at the end of the day, this is real life, okay? I want to thank you for joining me and listening to a bald dude on the internet, as always. And I want you to make sure you're looking on the channel. Remember, we got reviews coming this week, we got reviews coming next week, we got surprises coming down the tunnel. So there's no reason for you not to be tuned in and following the Great Raw on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Um, X. Make sure that you are doing that because we got surprises and they're not gonna stop. They're coming. I promise you. Reviews this week. Next week, we've, as I said, the reviews of the Jada Storm War. So we got Vega and Ken, who just arrived today. So we're gonna give us a week. We'll get you the reviews up on them. Then you should be seeing the Dragon Man and Fantastic Four She-Hulk retro card. That should be this week coming out. So stay tuned to the channel for all of that. Stay tuned for all the updates. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. I'm not going to hold you any longer. I appreciate you tuning in, following, liking, sharing, subscribing. Please continue to do those things. We cannot fight the YouTube algorithm and war without you, okay? Thank you so much for your time. So until we meet again, ladies and gentlemen, please continue to stay collecting as adults safely. Please continue to stay tuned. Please, 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 because I told you that's where all the news happens. And above all, take care of your mental health, because that's a big part of the last thing I always say, and that is to stay great. Thank you all so much for watching today. I will see you all on the next Catch the Fade podcast next week, Thursdays at 4 Central Standard Time. But stay tuned to the channel for some more videos. We got plenty of content coming. Follow us on the Great Ride at all of our social media platforms and handles. And until we see you again, God bless y'all. Y'all take care, and I will